All right, Andrew, we are back for some NFL Week 9 predictions. We missed Week 8 because we're a bunch of
Woo!
slackers, but we still did our predictions
Yeah,
on the side.
yeah, we're inconsistent. You know what? You know
Hey,
who
what is
else is inconsistent? The Houston Texans.
the New York Jets? Well, I
Eh,
mean, they were losing games pretty consistently before Thursday.
Well, the Houston Texans are more inconsistent because they lost to the Jets.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. CJ Stroud, did he, it was 7 sacks? I don't think the
yeah,
Jets got another one after that. But yeah, you could tell.
it was like 7 or 8. I can't remember.
Yeah, you could tell he was shaken up, which I mean, I guess once you get pressured 20 plus times, hit 10 plus times, sacked like 7 plus times, yeah, that'll do that to a guy.
He just sucks. He's a bust.
Yeah, the Texans are gonna have to
The
go
Texans.
reevaluate. The Colts are taking that division.
Yep. Colts are taking over, baby. Let's go. But other than that, who picked right on that Jets Texans game?
Not me, but you sure did.
So I am 1-0.
Because
What's
although he's
our
not in Green Bay
current
anymore, you
record?
haven't stopped being an Aaron Rodgers simp.
Yeah. Hey, it was him and Devontae Adams, and they looked good, except for those couple missed passes that Rodgers and Adams
Yeah, Garrett
had
Wilson's the reason they
between each
won that
other.
game, though.
Devontae Adams caught the game-winning touchdown, so
I mean, they already had the lead before that. They would have won regardless. They already had 14 points.
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say Devontae
Dude, I'm
caught the
just saying
game-winning
Garrett
touchdown.
Wilson looked impressive. Both
No,
both of
that
his
one-handed
one-handed
catch
catches,
was.
that second one especially in the
Yeah,
end
everybody keeps
zone.
talking about the touchdown, but he had that first one he had was good too.
Yeah, that was very good. That second one, it was just I was more
Yeah.
impressed that he stayed in bounds than I was with the actual catch itself. Because I was like, no way, he's in bounds, and then they
I'm
showed the
just
replay,
conf-
and I was like, oh no, he's in bounds. What the fuck?
this is that time of the year where I'm confused what is considered an NFL catch anymore. Because how come the George Pickens catch where he got the same foot down twice didn't count for a touchdown, but Garrett Wilson got a shin down, 1 foot and a shin, and that constitutes 2 feet? Like, I don't know what the
I don't know
deal
what
is
George
there, you
Pickens
know?
one you're talking about.
The one that he had at the back of the end zone in the Steelers, you fell asleep by this point.
Oh,
Steelers Giants. People in the
uh,
comments know what I'm talking about.
did he maintain
But
control?
yeah, no.
Oh, no,
He hit the
I couldn't
same
tell you
foot
then.
down twice. He went up over the top of somebody and they pushed him out of bounds, but his like right foot hit down twice, but his left foot somehow managed to never touch the ground. So you can't get the same foot down twice, but 1 foot and a shin counts as 2 feet.
Yeah, because like
So
once your
I don't
shin's
know.
down, you're technically down. So he was down in the end zone before he went out of bounds.
Well, I guess, but whatever. It's crazy. Anyways, what's our
Hey,
current
Aaron
records right
Rodgers won
now?
a game.
Or
You should just be
overall?
happy. Overall,
Yeah, I know.
so last week I went 14-2. Only missed the Bengals Eagles game and the Browns Ravens, and you went 12-4.
You
Uh,
suck.
you missed those two as well, and the Patriots Jets, and what
Oh,
was what
fuck.
was the other one? Oh, Buccaneers Falcons. That's the other one you missed. And I only picked the Falcons in that game because Chris Evans and Chris Godwin weren't playing.
Mike
So,
Evans, not Chris Evans.
oh my bad. I'm thinking of Captain America.
You're thinking of Captain America.
I think I just could. I don't even know. I can't tell you. I think I was thinking of Chris Godwin, and I just went into Mike Evans.
Yeah,
Then just say Chris
yeah,
Godwin again. Anyway,
yeah.
overall, I am 77-46 on the season, not counting the Thursday game. This through week 8, and you are 74-49.
Damn, what a fall from grace I had. What was it, week 5 that I went like 3-11?
Yeah, you did awful that week.
I did fucking terrible. What a fall from grace. God, I think you're gonna beat me for a third or fourth year in a row.
I
Golly,
don't
I
know.
gotta I gotta get back on track.
I don't know. It's week 9, and you're including the Thursday game. I'm only 2 games ahead right now, so I mean, you could bring it back this week.
I could, but it depends on how these picks go.
Well, I know there's one in
Oh,
particular we'll be picking different, and that could go either way. We'll get to that later.
Could. Well, we're starting off on our noon slate. This is going to be a Fox game, and it is going to be Dallas versus Atlanta.
Oh yes, both. Well, I was gonna say extremely inconsistent team, but I guess the Cowboys are just really inconsistent with what games they win and what games they don't because I mean they haven't played that great in any game this season. And the Falcons just can't decide what week they're gonna be good and what week they're just gonna not want to play football. I'm going with Atlanta though.
I'm also going with the Falcons. I think the Falcons. I think Kirko is going to come out there and just shred Dallas, and it's also at home for Atlanta. So yeah. Moving into our next noon game, we got Denver going to Baltimore. Bo Nix versus Lamar Jackson. Ooh.
Yeah, both these teams are 5-3, and the Ravens are coming off a loss to the Browns, which that was in Cleveland. But it is kind of crazy to me that the Ravens are favored by 9 points in this game. Like Vegas,
Yeah,
they ain't,
that's
they
crazy.
ain't putting any respect on the Broncos. But yeah, the Ravens are winning this, and I could see it. I could see it being tight, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens do blow them out.
Yeah. I'm also picking the Ravens. I don't really have anything to say other than you put Patrick Surtain on one receiver, all right, and then the rest of the receivers in Baltimore can't catch. That's a recipe for disaster. So that could be in favor of the Broncos. Just depends on if Derrick Henry and Lamar just decide that, let's not throw the ball. Let's just run the ball for the rest of the game.
Yeah, let's take over this game.
But moving on, we got Tua turn the ball over versus Josh Allen.
So,
AFC
dur-
East rivalry
during
matchup.
during Josh Allen's time with the Bills, he has only lost one game to the Dolphins, and I believe it's going to stay that way. Buffalo's about to win this.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I don't really have anything to say other than it's very sad when a stadium erupts because you learned how to slide, which is what happened in the Cardinals game. That should have been fundamental football 101 for a quarterback. Learn how to slide.
Yeah,
But Tua
you're supposed
found
to learn
out.
that your rookie season if you don't already know. Like how Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers taught
Tua
Joe
like
Burrow.
yeah. Tua found that shit out like in year 5, I think he's in.
Hey, it just
Something
took
like
his
that.
brain getting shaken up a few times for him to figure it out. Maybe it readjusted a few things.
Yeah, maybe it knocked some sense into him and he's like, holy shit, I need to
Oh
slide.
no, he probably would have
Uh
retired if that was the case, but you know.
we got the game of the week here, possibly game of the year. New Orleans is going into Carolina here.
Hey man, this game could potentially decide the number one draft pick. Who knows?
Yeah, very
Because I
well
mean,
could.
if the Saints lose this, they should just lose out at that point. But I'm going with the Saints. I think they're getting Derek Carr back.
I'm
So
I'm gonna pick Carolina.
wow, you did this in week one.
I know, but I'm picking Carolina this time because I I don't know. I think the Panthers are probably trying to tank for the number 1 pick, but they're also it's like they're the Browns almost. They can't even do tanking correctly. So I'm just gonna pick the Panther. I don't fucking know. This game doesn't even matter. We'll just move
Hey, at
on.
least they'll actually get their
Raiders.
number one pick this season if they do get it. You know, the Bears had it last
That's
season.
true. Yeah. Raiders versus Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, I picked the Bengals as well. I don't think the Raiders got anything going for them right now.
I
It's
mean, if the
probably in
Bengals
their
lose
best
this one,
interest to
they're basically out of playoff contention at that point. If they're dropping a game to the Raiders, that's extremely important like this.
yeah. Moving on, we got the Chargers versus the Jameis Winston led Browns.
Man, this is a hard one, honestly. Because you never know what you're gonna get with the Chargers. But I'm going with the Chargers.
You also never know what you're going to get with Jameis Winston.
That's true. I'm going Chargers. I think their defense is good enough to. Well, I mean, I think Baltimore's defense is better, but yeah, I don't
I
know.
think I'm
I
picking the
think the Chargers
Chargers
are
as
gonna
well.
manage that clock, and it's probably gonna be a relatively low-scoring game, like most Chargers games are. But
Yeah, I'm picking the Chargers as well. Jameis Winston is had the Browns like first 21-point game last week, I think, or 20+ point game. So congrats to Jameis.
who would
I'm
have
pretty sure
known
the
once you put a
Browns.
better quarterback on that team, they could maybe actually win a game. and score more than
Yeah,
20
so the
points.
Browns this is the Browns scores through week 9. 17, 13, 15, 20 against the Raiders. 34. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I started reading the winning columns. That's on
Huh.
me. 17, 13, 15, 16, 13, 16, 14, and then against Baltimore, 24 or 29.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say, I thought they scored 29. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
Almost
did.
30 points with
Yeah.
Jameis Winston
Wow.
at the
That's
helm.
yeah.
We've been saying this all season,
Uh
though. Like, they just need to start Jameis and they'll start winning some games. Didn't expect them to beat Baltimore,
yeah.
but, I mean,
Well. Moving on, we got the Commanders versus the Giants. Giants coming off of a bad loss to the Steelers. Commanders coming off of a miracle win against Chicago.
yeah, that game was just weird. Like, it would have been a miracle win for Chicago because they didn't do anything until the fourth quarter. Like, Washington deserved to win that game, so I don't feel bad for the Bears at all. And Washington's gonna take this one against the Giants. They're just the better team.
The Giants like to show up and beat teams when they're not supposed to, but I'm also going to pick the Commanders.
I mean, the Commanders beat the Giants in
Then,
week 2, and this version of the Commanders team we're seeing at this point is just far better than what they were in week 2. So,
well, moving on now, this could be another battle for the number 1 overall pick, and it's the New England Patriots versus the Tennessee Titans.
how dare you? I'm going with the Patriots, baby. We're not getting that number 1
I'm
pick.
going with the Patriots too. Yeah, they're going to get the number 5 pick.
Hey, that's better than last year. That's an upgrade. Come on, Drake May.
Yeah, well, Drake May is starting. We read earlier he cleared whatever protocol he was in. I guess it was concussion protocol.
Yep.
And he's starting. So yeah, I'm going Titans or wait, Patriots.
Yeah, baby.
This is our first 3:05 game of the afternoon. Chicago going into Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
So it kind of surprises me, but kind of doesn't all at the same time that the Cardinals are favored in this game. Oh, you never know what the Bears' offense is going to do. You never know if they're going to produce or not. But I'm going Chicago just because I think their defense is going to carry them through.
I'm gonna go Cardinals because fuck the Bears.
I hope you're right.
Anyways, me too. Moving on to our next 3:05 game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going into Philadelphia to take on the Eagles.
I think there's
What
going to be a
Jaguars are going to show up?
well, I
That's
think
the
there's going to be a
question.
blowout. I
The
think the
Jag-
Eagles are going to absolutely destroy the Jaguars.
I don't know. The Jaguars showed that they did know how to play football in like parts against the Packers, but the Packers defense had like 2 guys go out or something like that, and Jordan Love went out, and they still lost to Malik Willis. So I'm going to pick the Eagles as well.
Yeah, the Eagles the past 2 weeks have showed that they still know how to play football. You know, we were unsure until the past 2 games, I think. I don't know if this is a return to form for them or what, but they've been looking really good.
Moving on to a game that should be flexed to Sunday Night Football. We got Detroit versus Green Bay. Detroit coming into Green Bay. Jordan Love 1-1 against the Lions.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going with Detroit, but the only thing that gives me pause on that is, this is the Lions' first outdoor game of the season, I believe, and I think it's supposed to rain, so, Green Bay might have an advantage there.
I don't know, man. I think I like Dan Campbell as a head coach, but I personally believe Matt LaFleur, he's winning games with Malik Willis. The 2 games that Packers have lost this season, if they had Brandon McManus, they wouldn't be losses. They would be dubs. The Packers would be 8-0. I know that's one of them things. Well, but that's 100% the reason they lost. The dude missed the kicks, and they lost by the amount of points that the kicks was missed. So I think Green Bay can beat anybody right now. So I'm picking Green Bay.
Yeah, I think they're one of those teams that can beat anybody.
Yeah. Detroit is a little bit spooky, but it's a division game, so it doesn't scare me as much. If I was another team going against Detroit, I'd be a little worried. But for the Packers to go against Detroit, I think the NFC North is one of them divisions where at any point in time, a team could beat another team. Doesn't matter how bad the Bears are. They're still not beating anybody. But the Vikings, the Lions, and the Packers, they could beat, those 3 teams at any point in time, I feel like. So, but I'm still going Green Bay.
All right.
Moving on, we got LA going to Seattle. It's the mid off here.
The Rams are
The
back.
mid Rams. The Rams are back.
They're winning this game.
I
They just,
agree.
I just,
Seattle's not looked
yeah.
the best.
The Rams just have a better unit and better coaching staff, so kind of hard to pick
Yep.
against it.
Yep. Going into Sunday Night Football, a game that should not be played on Sunday Night Football is Indianapolis versus the Vikings.
Well, Indianapolis, Joe Flacco is starting. Could see them winning this game. Hope they win this game, but I don't think they are going to win this game. I'm going Minnesota.
I am going Minnesota as well, sadly. So
All right, yeah.
I just wish I know Joe Flacco, like you said, is starting, but I don't know. I don't think the Colts are just a good team at all.
Yeah, I think
So,
they're yeah,
then
like the definition of mediocre, that's what the Colts are.
yeah. Then moving into Monday Night Football, we got Tampa Bay versus the the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs are winning this. They're gonna be 8-0, sadly.
Yeah.
No Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans.
If anybody can do it, I think Baker can do it, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs defense is just gonna probably have that Bucks offense locked down for a lot of the game. Patrick Mahomes won't even have to do anything, so
The Chiefs could go 18-0, 17-0, whatever it is, and it will be one of the most unimpressive, undefeated seasons I've ever seen in my entire life.
yeah, I mean, just looking at the rest of their schedule, they only have a couple matchups that seem challenging, so I wouldn't even be surprised if they do go 17-0, to be honest. I kind of hate saying that, but it wouldn't be shocking.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes will probably throw 15 touchdowns and 17 picks this year. Throw for
Like,
under 3,000
If
yards.
they hadn't played Baltimore in week 1 and were playing Baltimore like around this time of the year, I think they'd 100% drop a game to Baltimore.
Yeah. But, the refs bailed the Chiefs out, and Lamar was the only reason Baltimore was even in that game. So that's the way it'll go. The Chiefs should be 1 in a million. That should be their record. You know what's crazy, though? People talk about, oh, this is just the thing that the Patriots did to the league all them years ago. The Patriots had, like, conspiracies and stuff around them.
Yeah.
But most Patriots games came down to Tom Brady driving the ball down the field and scoring. So,
yeah, and basically any game Tom Brady threw vastly more interceptions than he did touchdowns. Guess what? The Patriots pretty much lost all those games.
Yeah, and then it's like Patrick Mahomes on like 3rd and 19 throws just a bomb downfield straight to a defender. Then there's a ghost holding call.
Oh yeah,
on the defense, and it's like, what do you mean? Where was the hold? And then you hear the announcers, unless it's Chris Collinsworth, you hear the announcers go, I don't know. That's a close one. And then Chris Collinsworth's like, what a genius play by Patrick Mahomes, knowing that his receiver's gonna be held.
Yeah, dude, the commentary on Chiefs games gets under my skin.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Stop glazing Patrick Mahomes. Stop glazing quarterbacks.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all have not been watching the same Chiefs season I have, clearly. Because, yeah, they're undefeated. That's cool and whatnot, but, like, it's not because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, they'll say something like, well, he's having a bit of an underwhelming season, but just look at these stat lines. They're still insane. Trevor Lawrence is having a better quarterback season than Patrick Mahomes. And they're labeling Trevor Lawrence as a bust. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is bad. He's just having a bad year. It's okay to have a bad year. I think Ben Roethlisberger was one of the best quarterbacks of the 2005s to 2010s. And, well, I don't remember when Big Ben started. I think it was like 05, wasn't it?
04. He was in the same draft class
04.
with Eli and Rivers.
So we'll say early 2000s to 2010s. He was one of the best. Big Ben didn't always have the best years, though. He had down years, and that's okay. The Chiefs are not the best team in the league right now. I mean,
no, they might have the best record, but they're not the best team.
No.
I think, and
the fact that
Detroit and Green Bay, the game we'll be seeing tomorrow, both better teams than the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, well, Jordan Love is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he is. I think he's actually 1-1, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, because
Jordan Love better.
I think
he
did start that. He did start a game a few seasons ago against him because Rodgers was in.
Yeah, Aaron's COVID Aaron's
Yeah.
COVID
Oh, it's
game.
COVID. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember, and it's still one of the biggest slaps in the face. And I hope Jordan Love takes this to heart. When Andy Reid was asked what was his game prep for Jordan Love, and he said, "Who's Jordan Love?"
Oh,
And
wow.
it's like, yeah, it's like, you motherfucker. That's one of the biggest slaps in the face to a player. He was a number one. Or not a number one overall, but he was a first round draft pick quarterback with one of the biggest controversies surrounding him, and who knows how long,
Yeah.
because Aaron was a starter. But I don't know. I think Detroit. I think there's 15 teams that could realistically beat the Chiefs if the officiating was just, if the Chiefs didn't get every single call.
I mean, I think a team like the Cardinals could beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. Like if the Cardinals played like they did against Miami, yeah, they easily could.
I think basically any of that division could. The Rams, the Seahawks, the Niners, if they were healthy. Like if the Niners had Christian McCaffrey, they probably would have beat the Chiefs. Because I don't know, the Niners just
I
can't
think,
function without Christian McCaffrey because it was the same way last season. Like any game he wasn't playing, they lost basically.
yeah, I don't know. It just pisses me off. The Chiefs glaze is so annoying. It's not like the Patriots glaze or anything like that. We didn't like Tom Brady because Tom Brady won all the time and he was just so fucking good. We don't like Patrick Mahomes because he's a good quarterback, but right now he's being put on a pedestal, and every game he's playing
Yeah,
is just
Brady
being
was
won
never
because,
put on that high of a pedestal either. Like maybe the years between when Manning retired and Mahomes came in, he was like on that pedestal for maybe a season or two. But like Peyton Manning was always there. Like they were neck and neck. They were the guys.
yeah. But like they put Patrick Mahomes so far and above
I
every
know.
other quarterback in the league. And it's like,
He's just a poster
what?
child and he's the only one. Like even Drew Brees, I think you could put up there, and Aaron Rodgers when he was in his
Well,
prime, of course. Like there were multiple
yeah.
good quarterbacks. And there are
Well, and
multiple
I
good
always feel like
quarterbacks
Aaron
right now,
Rodgers.
but like none of them get as much credit as Patrick Mahomes does, and it's so annoying.
Yeah. Well, like right now, CJ Stroud is struggling. I don't think CJ Stroud's a bad quarterback or anything. I just think the
No.
team around him is not good. His offensive line is not good for sure. But his like receivers, like his number two receiver right now is like Robert Woods.
No, that's
Like,
like
come on.
look
That
at the
dude's like in his
seasons.
30s.
Look at the seasons Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are having right now, and people are just like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league." It's like, no, definitely not this
If
season.
you want to say he's the best quarterback of the last 5 years, okay, whatever.
Yeah, not
That's
currently
annoying,
though.
but no, this season, no. There's Jordan Love is gonna miss, or Jordan Love has missed 2 games, and Malik Willis stepped in. Malik Willis has looked better than Patrick Mahomes. Tell me he hasn't. I mean, fuck, Malik Willis is undefeated as a starter.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's not throwing picks. He's not throwing absurdly bad passes. He's not forcing the ball. He's running it when it needs to be ran and then throwing it when it needs to be thrown. Doing exactly what you could ask of a quarterback, which Patrick Mahomes is not. Also, Travis Kelsey's washed. People keep trying to say he's not. He's washed.
Yeah,
Who else do I have a problem with on the Chiefs?
probably everyone.
Uh, no, I don't think I got any more problems. Chris Jones, I wish he would have left the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I wish he would have went to a different team. I
yeah.
mean, he's won rings and
DeAndre
stuff.
Hopkins went to the Chiefs. You know, he just wants
Oh
to
yeah,
get
I
that.
don't. I
He
will
just
never
wants
have.
to get that Super Bowl ring, and he knows the refs are gonna
Yeah, I don't have
carry
an
him
issue with
there.
that. Yeah, I
I
don't have
mean,
an issue with
I
D
don't
Hop.
blame him, but it's just kind of sad.
See, I like guys like Josh Jacobs when he was talking about teams that were interested in him, and he chose the Packers. He said the Chiefs were interested in him, but he said he would never play. He would never go to the Chiefs. He would not play for that kind of a team. And it's like, there you fucking go. You hate the Chiefs. And you know why he hates the Chiefs? Because he was a Raider.
Yep,
That's why he hates the Chiefs.
because he knows the bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, he was there for it. He
Yeah,
sees the bullshit
two
that they get
times
away with.
every year.
Yeah. So he comes to the Packers. Now, Aaron Jones, how dare you go to the Vikings? How fucking dare you? This is my message to Aaron Jones. Everybody else, don't listen. You betrayed me, an individual. I can't believe you did this to me. I cry every night into my Aaron Jones jersey, and sombrero.
The real question though is Jordan Love going to end up on the Jets by the end of his career? Because Favre,
Probably.
Rodgers.
Fucking probably.
All right. Anyway, to
The
recap.
Jets need to be.
Oh, go ahead.
The Jets need to be scouting their future quarterback in about 20 years.
Yeah, they're like,
Jordan
about
Love.
16 years from now, Jordan Love, he looks like a really good option to bring over.
I feel like he could end his career here in New York.
All right, to recap though, for this week, the games we got different. We had the Thursday game different, which you got over me. We also have Saints, Panthers, Bears, Cardinals, Lions, Packers different. I think all the other ones we picked the same. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, until next time, I guess that's been our week 9 predictions. We'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna win. Everybody root for me to win.
Yeah. And while you're rooting for him or rooting for me, I don't care who you root for. You can root for yourself. Just be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, we do a podcast that we haven't recorded an episode on in like 2 or 3 weeks. But that's so random. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Podcast, on this YouTube channel, wherever else you find your podcast. So go check that out. Well, we should be back soon with something.
Yeah, we should finish the Nightmare movies, or we could save the next 2 for next Halloween. No, I'd forget everything by then. It's probably not.
We can at least do 3 and 4. We can maybe save 5 and 6 for next Halloween, because I'm not in a rush to watch those.
aren't 5 and 6? Which ones are the good ones?
Well,
I'm thinking of Wes Craven's Nightmare.
I was gonna say it depends who you ask, but no one says 5 and 6 are good. So
okay,
yeah, no one says 5, 6, and the remake are the ones that are like purely hated, and 4 is like hit and miss with people.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah, we won't watch the remake regardless, because fuck remakes.
Yeah, fuck remakes.
So, but
all right.
Anyways, unless it's the Star Trek remakes, am I right?
Oh, those are good.
No, they're not. They're bad.
No, the newest trilogy was great.
You're insane. Anyways, that's been everything. Come back next week to hear how awesome I am and how much you suck. Anyways, bye.